Does anybody know where I am? Lovely little part of the world down here. Here we go, back again with another match day preview, and it's Sunderland who welcome Fleetwood Town to the Stadium of Light tomorrow night. And can Sunderland get 3 points? But as you can see, I'm out and about, and I'm on a long run down here at one of my old haunts at the bottom of Bear Park, the old railway lines. You can go for some absolutely fantastic runs down here, or walks or cycles, whatever takes your fancy. And I will be doing a lot more of these videos as the season comes to a close and the football season is over. More out and about videos. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, be much appreciated. Let's go and mull over the situation. Can Sunderland take 3 points against Fleetwood? I better start running that way and not backwards, otherwise I might fall over. We're on the road to nowhere. We are going somewhere because we're going this way. Let's head off down to the lovely countryside. And yes, so Sunderland welcome Fleetwood Town to the Stadium of Light. And if you want to see an alternative view, a Fleetwood Town fans view, check out Cod's vlogs. He's coming up tomorrow night. He'll probably be doing a vlog on the Sunderland versus Fleetwood Town. I will leave a link down below in the description so you can check out this absolutely fantastic Fleetwood Town vlogger. Sometimes I think they must have woven their ears. Whoa, so when you see a cane, I see a cross. I say, whoa, when you see something else, I see a boss. 'Cause sheep we're up against, sheep we're up against, sheep we're up against. Well, them weren't the lyrics. Never heard that song for a long time. But yes, plenty of animals down here on your run and lots of floods. There's horses, there's sheep, and there's also dodgy strangers shouting really loud out and about. I better be quiet, not scared animals, yes. Shh. Well, I do apologise if my shouting does offend you, but I do sometimes think I've got an ear full of wool, or ears full of wool. But Fleetwood Town, what form are they in coming into this game on Tuesday? The last match, they got beat off Wigan 2-0, but Wigan are in good form apart from when Sunderland trounced them 3-0. Then, a bit of a draw specialist. They drew against Portsmouth 3-3, but they lost against Cheltenham of all places. I mean, Cheltenham, you know, I'm not saying Cheltenham are rubbish, but they're not in very good. Actually, they're doing all right, to be fair. I hope Cheltenham do stay in League One. I'm waffling on. Right, but before that, they drew against MK Dons 1's a peach. They drew against Shrewsbury 1's a peach. They drew against Cambridge 1's a peach. They drew against Plymouth 3's a peach. And they got beat off Charlton 2-0. They're kind of the draw specialist. Draw and lost specialist. The last time they won, actually, was against Rotherham, which is not a bad result in itself. The 15th of January. Yes, 15th of January when Fleetwood last won a game of football. So a bit like Charlton, they're in a bad run of form, but usually Sunderland don't do too well against teams that are in a bad run of form. But we should do, shouldn't we? We should get 3 points tomorrow night. We're not going to take Fleetwood for granted, because we shouldn't. But it looks to me like Alex Neil has cemented a different kind of philosophy in the side in the last couple of games. I mean, I think it was Winchester that was saying they've upped the training, the intensity in training. The amount of training they've been doing is a lot harder and more intensity than under Lee Johnson. Why is that? Different coaches have different ways of training their players, but it seems to be working at this moment in time. And would you change an unbeaten side in 3? Unbeaten in 3, would you change it? Broadhead came back. Broadhead, I'm over the moon. Broadhead could be an absolute asset in their run-up towards the playoffs. Can we make the playoffs? Well, this Tuesday night will be a massive stepping stone. And speaking of stepping stones, how am I going to get across this? Let's have a look down here, get across this bit here. This is where I think all the... There we go. Dirty knees. A bit like, all right, mate. It was a bit like dirty knees. It's a bit like, what was I going to say? Paolo Di Canio. Yes, Paolo Di Canio. As I was going to say, I've got to try and cross over there somewhere. No, not really. I'm going to follow that bloke up there. Right, I'll go and see if I can catch this bloke and I'll have a chat with him. I'm only joking. I'll see you in a bit. I think the storms have taken its toll down this end. Now we're going to go and hit this hill. So let's do it. Let's go up the hill. Let's get a bit of pace in, a bit of speed. Try and get a bit of a hill work in. I'm going to have to turn the phone off. I don't want to be dropping this phone, especially not as I just fell over once already. There's some absolutely wonderful countryside out here. And this road takes you back to the main road old barns being done up in superb condition. The architecture of some of the builders who did the buildings up, absolutely spot on. I mean, look at that. That's a whole different ball game, isn't it? What a lovely place to go for a run. Absolutely amazing. So yes, the problem with playing Fleetwood at this moment in time is that they're in a relegation dogfight. 4 teams go down and they're 2 places off the relegation spot. Now they've played 34 games, they've won 7 and they've drawn 12 and they have lost 15. But they've only got 33 points, a minus 13 goal difference, let in 30 goals. So they do ship goals for fun. And we have taken Jay Matete off them in the January transfer window. And to be honest, he's been one of our better players since he's come to Sunderland. I've never known a player. He's not overly tall, but he has an amazing jump and he is really athletic, and the places he can put his feet is nobody's business, never mind his head. But he's playing good football in the centre middle of the park. A good combination with Evans. Well, the jury's out on Evans still, I'm not quite sure, but Fleetwood only 3 points off the relegation zone, and this is their game in hand tomorrow night against a Sunderland team unbeaten in 3. You know, unbeaten in 3 is not really nothing to be shouting about, is it? Shouting out there. Oh, there's a nice house up there. Let's go and have a look at that house up there. We'll have a wander up there next. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, if we want to make the playoffs, we should be making the playoffs. You know, no disrespect to any other teams out and about in the world, but we should be making the playoffs. And there's that building down there again. It looks like an one of those old stagecoaches back from the Western days. Now, I want to wish all the Fleetwood fans a safe journey up to the stadium like tomorrow night, and I wish them all the best. I hope they have a good back end of the season. Hopefully Fleetwood can survive. Hopefully they can survive in League One. I know, you know, that they are just a small club. They haven't got a massive stadium, but they have a really good following and a really good fan base. So I do wish them all the best and hope they can survive in League One. Score predictions. Nobody out there, I said nobody out there got the correct score against Charlton, 0-0. Nobody. I mean, we've always said, I've been one of the advocates out there along with Michael Bowers. Check out his YouTube channel, great YouTuber, Sunderland. But I've always said as well, you know, after Michael Bowers, because he shouts on about the most, clean sheets is important. Clean sheets, you win the majority of your games. If you think about it, we've only not scored, I think, in 1 game. Is that correct? I don't know if that's right, actually, but I'm sure I don't know, I can't think of any of the games we haven't scored a goal in. We've scored, I think, in every single game. No, Portsmouth away, we didn't score in that game, did we? We didn't score Sheffield Wednesday. Completely ignore what I've just said. But yes, clean sheets for me is the way forward, because we will score goals. You know, Ross Stewart had 3 absolutely fantastic opportunities with his head to score against Charlton. And another day, he could have got a hat-trick. So 1 goal would have took the 3 points. I feel confident we can score against Fleetwood. If we can keep that back door closed, keep the clean sheet, we will take 3 points, you know. So that's my opinion. Score predictions, I'm going to go Sunderland. Right, here we go. Make up for Saturday's 0-0 win. 0-0's win? Make up for Saturday's 0-0 draw. I'm going to go Sunderland 4, Fleetwood Town 0. There you go, 4-0 to Sunderland. I'm not being cocky because I know it will be a hard game. And who's their manager? Is it Stephen Kearney? Yes, Stephen Kearney is the manager of Fleetwood, and he played the majority of his games. Yes, the majority of his games for Blackpool. And I'm trying to get over this bit here because it's really slippy. There's loads of puddles and little ponds everywhere. As you can see, there's plenty of puddles and ponds behind us. So Stephen Kearney is the manager. I think it's his first team he's actually managed. The first team he's managed. And so he'll want to succeed, of course, of all managers do. And I think, to be honest, he's not going to be a bad manager. All right. But yes, so I'm going to get on my run now. Speaking of Charlton, a lot of people said it was a bogey team. What about Fleetwood? We've only won once against Fleetwood. Unbelievable. Won 1, drawn 5, lost 2 against Fleetwood Town. We need to put those wrongs right by winning tomorrow night. Now, my score prediction said 4-0. Leave your comments down below for a score prediction. And do you think that we can get into the playoffs? If you enjoyed this video, it's been all over the place today. It's the first time doing this kind of thing for a while, and I feel like my head's in the shed and hopefully not in the pond, because that looks like a very deep pond, that, doesn't it? See what crustaceans. Oh, I'm not going too far in. It's a bit wet down there. It's a bit wet and damp and muddy, so hopefully tomorrow night it'll be dry. But yes, If you've enjoyed this video, please, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll catch you there. Me vlog tomorrow night. Me vlog. I want to wish Wincy all the best. He's not very well at this moment in time. Hopefully, he said he's still going to go at the game tomorrow night, but I think the pub crawl on Saturday is going to be off, and we'll just go back to the normal sitting at the local pub, then going down to the ground until Wincy gets himself sorted out. He's a bit under the weather at the moment, so I wish Wincy all the best. And also, I forgot to say, Hartlepool do take on Rotherham in the semi-final of the Papa John's Trophy on Wednesday night. So at the end of the day, I wish both teams all the best, but I will be doing a live stream for the Hartlepool versus Rotherham Papa John's Trophy semi-final on Wednesday night. We're doing a live stream, so join in the chat, join in and hopefully celebrating Hartlepool making it to Wembley. Amazing! Imagine Hartlepool making it to Wembley. Ooh, there's somebody camping out over there. Oh, there's a caravan. There's a caravan and there's a tent in the middle of the field. There's not a soul about. Anyway, so join in the live stream. We're going to all cheer on. Hopefully they'll win in 90 minutes. Not one of these penalty shootouts like there was last time. So again, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Take care. God bless. May God go with you. And I do, like I said before, I wish Fleetwood fans all the best in the future. But hopefully we can get the 3 points against it tomorrow night and get back into the playoffs. Shout, shout, let it all out. Getting 3 points is what it's all about. Come on, I'm singing for you. Come on. Let's hope it's not a bridge too far for Sunderland to actually make the playoffs this season. Of course we're going to make the playoffs. Let's have some confidence about you, man. Cause sheep we're up against, sheep we're up against, sheep we're up against. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed my little run around the bottom of Bear Park, out and about, and my shenanigans doing the Fleetwood. I thought I'd do something a little bit different instead of sitting in the studio the whole of the time. Get out and about, get me lungs a bit of fresh air. But as I've come back, there's been a bit of breaking news. Yes, a bit of sad breaking news. It looks like Alex Pritchard's going to be out for a considerable amount of time. Now, should Pritchard have had a bit more protection off the referee against Charlton? He was kicked from pillar to post and finally went over on his ankles. So that means Pritchard will probably miss the rest of the season. So we'll take out Pritchard from the team. Now, naturally, Embleton kind of fits in there perfectly. He's clearly not as good as Pritchard at this moment in time, but he is doing a decent job. He was better with Blackpool last season. So Embleton, in the formation of the 4-2-3-1. I've spelled that wrong. Multitasking, yes, multitasking. Us men, can we multitask? Can I talk and spell at the same time? Of course I can. There we go. Second time. It's a beauty. It's a good. The job's a good. There you go. The job's a good. But Embleton fits in the team perfectly like that, doesn't he? Fits in there perfectly. A lot of people want to see Clark start, but if Clark starts, who do we drop? We could actually drop Gooch, couldn't you? You could drop Gooch and put Clark in there, but isn't Clark better on the left-hand side? Would that mean moving Broad on the right-hand side? Well, I think Broadhead is better on the left-hand side. It can interchange nicely with Stewart. So for me, I would keep Gooch for the time being there, and we'll leave that as the way it is for the team. Why not change an unbeaten side? If you can do that, keep it the same. So there we go. That's the team news. Unfortunately, Pritchard looks like he's going to be out for me for the rest of the season. So I do wish Pritchard a speedy recovery, and hopefully it's not as bad as it was. So there we go. Again, an unorthodox bit of... Have I got the day off today? I've got the day off work. So I thought I'd do a little bit more decorating. I've got to go and strip the hallway now as the sitting room is ready for the new flooring, and we'll get in there slowly. So thanks for watching the video. Please take care. God bless me. God go with you, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the vlog at some point. Bye-bye.